Central Park for this vital game here tonight against St Helens. Of course, a dress rehearsal for the Cup final at Wembley on April the 29th, but perhaps more important, a championship game worth 2 points, with that title still a possibility for Wigan. With me before the game, I've got Jeff Sutcliffe, the St Helens secretary. Jeff, of course, a former Wigan secretary as well. Welcome, Jeff, to Central Park. It's obviously a great night. You were former Wigan secretary, as I've said, and you must remember some great days back here when you were with Wigan.
Oh, some happy memories of Wigan, certainly, Alan. I was here from 69 to 74, and of course the highlight was Wembley 1970, when Wigan got beaten at Wembley by Castleford. That year Colin Tyrer broke his jaw. Colin, of course, is now on the coaching staff at Widnes, and that spoilt the day for us at Wembley that particular weekend, but as you know, his son's very much involved on the playing side at Wigan now.
He is indeed, and of course many great players in those days, and always St Helens versus Wigan was a game which had the appetite of the fans and which really aroused tremendous enthusiasm, didn't it?
That's quite right, and the most unpredictable of games. Quite often you get St Helens winning at Central Park and Wigan winning at Knowsley Road. This was, you know, quite regular occurrences, but very unpredictable, and current form really didn't stand for much.
You've had a look at the Wigan side this year. First of all, the Lancashire Cup final was at St Helens, and of course the league game played there, so you've got a good idea about the strength of the side. I mean, how do you rate the Wigan team at the moment?
I rate them very professional, Alan. They're very difficult to beat. In the league match at St Helens, we were very much on top for a lot of the game and failed to take our chances, and Wigan came strong at the end and took the points. And that's how Wigan are. They're a professional side.
That was certainly a very fine game, as you say, could have gone either way. How do you see tonight's game? Because St Helens have had a little bit of bad luck with injuries since the semi-final, and have had a run of defeats.
Yeah, our lads have had 4 defeats on the trot up to Sunday, when a good win over Warrington. But having said that, they were very much psyched up for the semi-final of the Cup, and I think we've suffered a little bit of an anticlimax afterwards. I think we're now coming back to our best, and we've got a strong side out tonight, and I think it'll be a very, very close result tonight.
And there's certainly going to be a big crowd already, the crowd filling up.
Yeah, tremendous interest here, and always a good atmosphere at Central Park.
And you're very much looking forward to Wembley. That's, of course, a different game entirely, but the interest in St Helens has been fantastic, hasn't it?
Oh, the interest phenomenal, Alan. They were queuing for tickets from 10 o'clock Saturday night, and we weren't selling until 11 o'clock Sunday morning. So people have brought beds and blankets and spent the night outside. It was tremendous, really.
And a Wigan St Helens final, a great boost, really, for rugby league in Lancashire.
Tremendous boost. I think everyone's waited for it since 1966. It's, 23 years since we had the last one. So there'll be tremendous excitement at Wembley on the 29th.
Thanks very much, Jeff. So the team news today then, on the Wigan side, Joe Lydon with a stomach bug, replaced by Gerard Byrne there in the centre at number 4. And Nicky Kiss comes in at hooker, while Richard Russell resorts to the substitute bench. On the St Helens side, that young Gary Connolly, who's had such an impact on the game at fullback, with Phil Vivers, the Australian, formerly a fullback, in at number 3 in the centre. And then in the pack, of course, they've got Paul Forber, who's been in outstanding form this season. And on the substitutes bench, John Fieldhouse, a local boy who sure will want to do good tonight. Ellery Hanley shaking hands with the officials, and young Paul Atherton, today's mascot. And there the St Helens captain, Shane Cooper. He's making the decision. The coin goes back to young Paul Atherton. The referee indicates that both sides are going to change round. And as young Paul jogs off the field, we get ready for what obviously promises to be a fabulous game here tonight at Central Park. A packed crowd, really exciting game in prospect. So Paul Loughlin gets the game in motion. Tremendous kick. Tony Iro takes it well in that far corner. And here's the first taste of the action as he gets towards the Wigan 22. Aidan Shelford had such a powerful game on Sunday against Salford. Dennis Betts obviously aggravated there by that incident in the tackle, and Robin Whitfield, the referee is having a word and indicating there the elbow on top in the tackle. Penalty to Wigan. Steve Hampson taking over the kicking role from Joe Lydon. Under a good way, showing the aggression there in the tackle as Paul Groves comes over the top, the former Salford hooker. Edwards setting Shelford in motion again. 2 out and offloading to Ian Potter in space. Just unable to get that ball away in the tackle. But as Shelford sucked the defenders in, and Edwards kicks over the top. This is going to be a chase. Connolly's there, Edwards is there, the ball's on the floor. The referee rushing away from the incident. The penalty is awarded to Wigan. Robin Whitfield there having strong words, but no doubt about his decision. He's telling Shane Cooper to get back with his players. The penalty has been awarded. It's going to be a chance for Wigan to get 2 points in the first 2 minutes of the game. Well, Steve Hampson, who's the replacement kicker for Joe Lydon, and this is a testing time for him tonight, and this is the first test of his ability. Just 25 metres out. He's kicked that one though. Wigan in the lead, 2-0. O'Loughlin kicking, but kicking too far, and that's another penalty to Wigan. So a rather sad kick there for St Helens. There's Paul Loughlin, who is a powerful kicker, but hit that one far too high and far too hard. So a perfect night here at Central Park as Hampson finds an excellent touch on that right hand side. What a powerful kick that was. Good way, first in off Sean Edwards. That was a quickly taken tap penalty. Now Wigan setting the move up, 2 out as Lucas goes on the dummy and Shelford hits it out. But St Helens reception committee meeting him there. Big John Harrison and Paul Former dragging the big man down. The long ball, Hanley playing at 6 tonight, trying to get Dean Bailey. That's an interception. Alan Hunt looks as if he's going to score. It is indeed. It's a try for Alan Hunt. Well, that try came about as the ball came out along the Wigan line. Elry Hanley to Dean Bell, and Dean Bell's quick pass easily spotted by Alan Hunt, and really there was no catching him. For Paul Loughlin, the Great Britain centre, certainly within his kicking range, and he lines this one up. He's kicked that one, he's kicked it well. That's another 2 points for St Helens, so they're in the lead by 6 points to 2. We've just had 4 minutes played. So Steve Hampson kicking deep and not making the Loughlin mistake of kicking straight into touch, and here is the try scorer, Alan Hunt. Who certainly, once he got into the action with that ball in his hands, showed a fair degree of pace, but they're being driven back by the 2 second row forwards. Oh, Harrison, who's really very tall for a prop forward, but meeting Goodway's tackle. Henneberg hard working forward and offloading the ball, but that's gone down, and it's Wigan's possession. Dennis Betts very quickly on that loose ball. Edwards changing the direction. Dean Bell looking for space, but there's none there as St Helens realign their defence on both sides of the play the ball. The run around there as Edwards and Hanley link, but it's Shelford in possession, as Shelford's still going forward. Vivas brings up a good tackle. Andy Goodway strong, still keeping those legs pumping in a tackle, making that extra yard. That's forcing St Helens backwards. St Helens moving up very quickly on the outside. That is the chip kick for Preston, and Hampson's going for it. Betts has picked it up. He's let the ball dribble loose, but the referee has blown his whistle. The ball has gone forward. So there, that delicate chip from Sean Edwards. Steve Hampson getting up to the high ball, and the ball coming backwards, but Wigan just unable to finish it off. Darren Blow, the former Salford scrum half, feeds the scrummage, but Edwards very quickly on him as that ball popped out on the side of the scrum. So Wigan in the driving seat now. St Helens have got possession, but Wigan keeping them close to their own goal line, and it's going to be a difficult job to get away, as there's Tony Burke takes the ball just inches from his line and is met by a horde of Wigan tacklers. So the switch across the play, well, as Forder runs cross field, but no forward progress, and the tackle's running out as the ball goes back to Loughlin in space, and Loughlin will kick. And such is the power of this St Helens centre. He stretched the play right back to Wigan 22, but Hampson takes well. St Helens defensive line moves up quickly. Edwards with the change of direction again. Cooper's covered well. The loose forward, of course, with plate number 6, and they're linking with Gary Connolly. Neil Holding always dangerous, of course, from acting halfback. The little dart here, the little dummy. And Lucas spotting it well. So perhaps St Helens' first real piece of possession. Ian Potter getting quickly through there, but the referee not happy, I think, with Ray Haggerty. He's certainly having a go at Roy there, and that's twice the second row forward has been cautioned. And that's going to be a penalty to Wigan, which Steve Hampson will take. The referee there, twice as he says there, he's spoken to the second row forward. Hampson finds the touch on the left-hand side. Wigan are going to set up one of their planned moves, as Edwards puts Shelford away. The link and the cross as Hanley finds Bell, but good cover from St Helens. Shane Cooper again spotting well. So Hanley, who's so strong, so powerful, and takes 2 or 3 men to bring him down. Well, the atmosphere here tonight, tremendous indeed. Almost 20,000 people here, we would think. And the game living up to it. There's a lot of tension on both sides. There, Edwards taking the pressure and pushing that ball into touch on the left-hand side. Darren Blow to feed the scrimmage again, and that's been won by St Helens. So Blow is running across field. He still can't offload that ball to put somebody into the gap. Loughlin coming on the inside. That's a high tackle. Andrew Goodway, I think, being spoken to by the referee. Ellery Hanley having a word as well. But as Loughlin came inside then, an involuntary action by Andrew Goodway. And Paul Loughlin quickly recovered. And Loughlin it is, obviously recovered, putting that ball into touch. There's very little breeze here tonight. If anything, it's a very still night. Les Burke taking the action, and he's another winger, of course, with plenty of pace. Good tackling there, certainly from Andrew Goodway. Adrian Shelford coming in as second man there, and John Harrison felt that. And Beavers had to make the best of that as Gerard Byrne moved up very quickly indeed. Paul Groves trying to get the side in motion, and St Helens certainly a side that can play fluent football. And here's one man, Roy Haggerty, who can offload in the tackle. And there's an overlap on that side as Forber hits the gap, but that's gone down. And good cover there from Nicky Kiss. So Wigan in possession just outside their own 22 after losing it on the far side. And Lucas driving out, strong and aggressive, but a lot of atmosphere tonight and a lot of tension out on there on the field. Despite the tiredness of the side, and there an example of the eagerness. Robin Whitfield spotting Darren Bloor offside. Steve Hampson again finding an excellent touch on that right hand side, really striking the ball well. For changing direction off that left foot and hitting the defence, but the defence good enough to stop any further progress. Lucas moving up quickly, but so is the St Helens defence. Shane Cooper moving up very quickly on the outside. Edwards trying to offload, does so to Hanley, but defence is good. Hanley showing space, but hands to Bell. Bell to I say Bell to Iro, but the ball just drops into touch. I think Tony Iro almost coming inside. And Dean Bell expecting him outside. A little mix-up there on the right wing, but after that finally handed break, the centre on the wing just making a little bit of a mess of it there. Darren Bloor, who's fed the scrum on every occasion and has won on each occasion. So both sides testing one another's defence. And Loughlin with the powerful boot, testing the defensive capabilities of Steve Hampson. Hampson running well and gaining good yardage there. And a quick play of the ball as Goodway takes it on. Running aggressively, what a fine break from the young second row. A glimpse of the power and pace of Dennis Betts. Hanley hitting the gap. That's a high tackle. The crowd incensed. Robin Whitfield looking at Ellery Hanley, but that certainly was a high tackle. The referee stops the clock. The physios are on the field. Let's hope that Ellery's okay. Referee Robin Whitfield says to Paul Loughlin that is a sin bin offence. A high tackle. And Paul Loughlin leaves the field. Wigan have the penalty. This would claw back another 2 points. Strikes it well. Looks good. It is. In fact, that's brought Wigan back to just the 2 points differential. So Wigan 4, St Helens 6, and we've had just 17 minutes play. Neil Holding replaces Paul Loughlin with the kicking duties. As Ellery Hanley sets Tony Iro in play. Adrian Shelford again trying to offload that ball in the tackle. Edwards jinking and trying to find that gap as St Helens close it up. It has to succumb under the pressure. So the first time that Hampson has kicked in the defensive situation. And that's testing young Gary Connolly, but he's come up trumps in most of the games that he's played for St Helens. Takes that one with a calm assurance. And Harrison again meeting the tackling and aggressive nature of Nicky Kiss, Dennis Betts and Andrew Goodway. Gross trying to offload, and he does so there. A beautiful pick-up from Cooper. This is the sort of rugby St Helens can play, keeping the ball alive, searching for that gap. And of course they've got the pace outside to finish it off. Obstruction, says the referee, as Sean Edwards takes that ball. The referee indicating that there was a shoulder on scrum half Darren Bloor. That shoulder was of Sean Edwards. Penalty then to the dejected Sean. Neil Holding opting not to kick for goal, in fact. And that has gone into touch on the right hand side. So Wigan now have to defend in their own 22. The first time St Helens have been there as Tony Burke, the hard-working, often very little rewarded number 8 of St Helens, but certainly a very fine, solid player. So the two drives. Now the organisation wide out on the left-hand side. This ball sets the line in motion, and Hegarty, who has that ability to sidestep and jink and then offload that ball. But this time, no way for him past Ellery Hanley. Cooper putting Forber in the clear, and Forber offloading again. But Dennis Betts moving up quickly and cutting out any chance of Darren Bloor getting rid of that ball. And there's Burke, first real taste in play. But Tony Iro has got the ball and the referee is allowed play on. So a great tackle from Tony on that right wing. As Bell steps into space, beautiful side step, clean through the gap. Good St Helens cover though. Goodway breaking through again, the power of this second row forward. Ball from Dennis Shelford and Dennis Betts, the two second rows linking. There's still a chance as Preston's put in space. And Mark Preston just manages to come inside, just running shorter space on that left wing. The Wigan supporting well. Now, can they move it wide as Hanley takes the ball? There's a space and an overlap on that side. He shrugs off Neil Holding. And again for Tony Iro in the clear. Good play, but the touch jump flag is up. As you can see on the right hand side. So Tony Iro, I think, must have stepped into touch. Darren Bloor feeds. St Helens still one man down. And there Shane Cooper has gone out to play at number 6. Almost obstructing there and linking. Wigan have got possession through good tackling. There's an overlap on this side. Dean Bell trying to put Jerry Byrne in the clear. But again, possession lost. So a little bit of over-eagerness on both sides. First St Helens in possession and losing it in trying to get that ball away in the tackle, and then the same thing happening to Wigan. So the game certainly not short of excitement. We're well over halfway through this first half. Blow, great pace and acceleration off the mark there. But Dennis Best just quick enough to catch up with him. Quirk, no way forward for him as Tony Iro and Ian Lucas cover well. On the last tackle, Neil Holding with the kick. It's a testing kick for Mark Preston. And that has gone forward. The referee has indicated a forward pass. Mark Preston, a difficult ball to take. But certainly a chance again for St Helens possession from this scrimmage. Edwards intently watching there, but only watching because St Helens have won the ball again as they move it wide. Holding comes inside. They can't get past Mark Preston, who's covered from this left wing. Forward driving hard. St Helens 15 metres short now of the Wigan line. So although they've only got 12 men at the moment, St Helens still moving that ball wide. That could have been forward, but John Harrison managed to get away to Paul Groves, and Quirk again on that left wing in possession, but still no way forward. Well, Forber's no way forward, so St Helens not able to break through this tight Wigan defence. On the last tackle now, this will be a kick from Darren Bloor. It certainly is high enough, but easy enough for thought for Steve Hampson. It was indeed. That's going to be a tap on the 22. Goodway takes it, driving aggressively forward. A quick response as Hampson flung that ball to Edwards, and the tap taken quickly. St Helens just recovering in time. Again, the kick over the top, but that one rather misdirected, and Sean Edwards given away possession here. A penalty for offside. Ian Potter just a few inches forward of the referee's line. Going to kick for goal. Shane Cooper indicating he's going to kick for goal. There we can see Paul Loughlin coming onto the field, and in fact I think Paul Loughlin will be able to take the kick because his 10-minute suspension has finished. Perhaps a slight delaying tactic there from St Helens, but certainly now their first choice kicker is on the field, and this kick well within his range. So almost 40 yards out, Loughlin strikes it. He's struck it well, but I think he struck it wide. He has indeed, as Gerard Byrne takes it and sidesteps beautifully past two opponents. Byrne at speed and managing to stay in touch there. Fine piece of play from the centre. So the score still 6-4 in St Helens' favour as Nicky Kiss drives away into John Harrison and Darren Bloor. A good 10 yards gain. The crowd now really getting some atmosphere in his Central Park ground. Shelford trying to drive off and away from Neil Holding. The ball gone down. Dennis Best plays football with it and picks it up well. That's a good piece of opportunism from the young second row forward. Larry Hanley playing at 6 and drifting past Cooper. Too many St Helens players there for him to go through completely. Edwards changing the direction, almost finding the gap between Burke and Forber. Dennis Betts offloading, got a great ball to Preston. Got both sides covering the gaps very quickly indeed. Hampson in position for the kick. And that's an excellent kick from the fullback. It is indeed one that's pushed St Helens back to 10 metres from their own line. So again, Darren Bloor feeding the scrimmage. And this time, Alan Hunt coming in from that right wing. John Harrison offloading again to Hunt. So certainly wingers these days, not just the recipients of passes wide out, but also getting the fair share of the action close to the play the ball. Paul Groves, who's got pace, linking with Cooper. It was that Paul Groves break, of course, which virtually got St Helens to Wembley. As Holding kicks well, but Hampson across in position, and looking to hit the St Helens defensive line. Connolly came up and took his opposite number as Tony Arrow shows his power. Great run from the right wing. Aidan Shelford seemingly enjoying his rugby, working in the open spaces as well as close to the play the ball. The ball being kept alive. Dennis Betts this time latching onto that Ian Lucas ball. Again, the ball going wide. This time it's Andrew Goodway. Can't quite break through. Good defence from St Helens. The crowd are getting a little bit incensed, but Andrew Goodway looks all right. Referee pushing the players apart there. There's a little contretemps between Ellery Hanley and Roy Haggerty, and again the little chip through has not worked. The St Helens have regained possession. Loughlin back on the field. St Helens at full strength. Offside, says Robin Whitfield. Short. Shane Cooper takes the quick tap and sidesteps his way through. Quick piece of thinking from the loose forward. Good cover from Ian Lucas there as Borber stepped inside. So the crowd really enthralled by this game here tonight. There's been tremendous action on the field, a lot of movement of the ball. Both sides defending very well indeed, and showing glimpses of attackers. Hegarty tries to find the gap, but had perhaps come back too far inside, and the cover was there from Sean Edwards. Bloor dummy, which he's sold 3 or 4 times already in this game. Now St Helens on the last tackle. Holding with the drop goal. That's over. 1 point for St Helens, stretching their lead to 7-4. Just 8 minutes left for play here in this first half, as Gary Connolly fumbles at the back, but the ball didn't go dead. He ducks underneath Adrian Shelford's tackle, but Nicky Kiss covering well. St Helens, who are quite likely to play football as close to their own line as they are, as close to the opposition's line, and still offloading the ball. Ray Hegarty in space, but good tackling there. Byrne comes in to make sure Hegarty didn't manage to get rid of that ball in Nicky Kiss's tackle. Vivers, of course, who was the fullback for so long, the Australian, but converted to centre and enjoying his role. Bloor kicking, but Hampson in position as ever, and Tony Arrow linking. And almost burst into the gap. Good defence again from St Helens as Bloor moved up following his kick with Shane Cooper, the captain. But that's good way at his powerful best, taking the ball on the burst. Really got his appetite back for the game as this second row forward playing loose forward tonight. So perhaps some delaying from St Helens there. Played the ball certainly slow as Betts hits the tackle. That's a high tackle. Darren Bloor round the neck of Dennis Betts. No doubt about Robin Whitfield's interpretation of that tackle. And also telling him in no uncertain terms what he thinks about it. Darren Bloor walking away dejected. But a chance for Steve Hampson to get another 2 points back. And Steve Hampson lining the kick up then. This is the most difficult kick of the three that he's taken, but he's kicked it well. He's kicked it superbly, in fact. What a magnificent kick from the fullback. 1 point the difference. Wigan trailing 6 points to 7. So as Loughlin kicks that ball and tests Ellery Hanley on that far side. So first the leg break, then the off break. Hanley, like a good Yorkshireman, spotting the Yorker, and Wigan still in possession. And Shelford driving again and trying to offload that ball. Just with the strong handoff. The ruptured arm, which he had some time ago, seems to have healed up well. Certainly put to good test then. And here's Shelford putting the St Helens defence to good test. The run around well spotted there by Darren Bloor, driving underneath Ellery Hanley. Hampson in position for the kick. Gary Connolly using his feet. And no chance of linking as Dean Bell makes a good tackle now. Loughlin, who spent 10 minutes in the sin bin, is certainly quite capable of kicking St Helens to victory here tonight if he gets the chance. Certainly one of the most powerful kickers in the game and a most elusive centre for one so big. Here's the elusive second row, Ray Haggerty. Typical St Helens football, trying to probe and break a hole through this Wigan defence, switching the play, offloading the ball in the tackle. Now the more organised movers. Cooper puts it in, linked with Bloor. Byrne tackles well. Hampson in there. Play on, says the referee. A penalty. Shane Cooper rather too aggressive in the tackle. Hanley takes the quick one. Hanley's broken away. Edwards in support. Well, Hanley's gone on his own. The ball has gone forward. Edwards will not score. The referee's whistle has gone. Ellery Hanley may not have seen Sean Edwards, but he was certainly zooming up his support on his left. Great piece of quick thinking by the Wigan captain as he shot away with that tap penalty. 60 yards upfield. Edwards was there as he tried to pass in the tackle. The ball went forward. Again, Holding feeds the scrummage and looks to offload, but no support there. Well, the game here, all action at Central Park, and that really set a buzz around the crowd in the last minute of actual playing time in this first half. That would have been the icing on the cake as far as Wigan were concerned. But the chance is gone. And St Helens carry on in possession. John Harrison brought down to earth there by Nicky Kiss and Ian Lucas. Loughlin with the kick. That's charged down by Ian Potter. Who's going to win the chase? Potter or Loughlin? Loughlin gets back well. What a superb recovery by the centre. A great block from Ian Potter, but Loughlin was quick to recover. And he won that chase with Ian Potter. St Helens breathe again. John Harrison taking the ball close to the play of the ball, driving it out to the 22. And now in the first minute of injury time in this first half, Robbie Whitfield has stopped the clock on a few occasions, but not a great deal as we come to the last tackle. Groves trying to find Loughlin. He does so. Loughlin has to resort to a sidestep and a delaying tactic. Beautifully taken by Preston. Preston trying to find some space, but Alan Hunt very quickly up in defence. A good tackle from the winger. And a good way again, driving aggressively. The ball lost though in the tackle, and the referee's allowed playing on. Groves moving it wide. Hegarty losing all his support though, not really going anywhere. As the hooter goes for half time, a most eventful half. The interception try for St Helens, 3 splendid penalty goals by Steve Hampson, but a couple of chances perhaps gone astray, and the coaches at half time are certainly sure will have plenty to say, and we look forward to an enthralling second half. So Steve Hampson there, the kicker of 2 fine penalties in the first half, gets ready to set this tantalising game into motion for the second half. The rain has been coming down during half-time. There's quite a slippery surface here as Alan Hunt drives it out towards the 22 for St Helens. And interesting to see if there's any change in tactics. Both sides have kept the ball alive in this first half. There's been some fairly fluid play. Perhaps rather too many high tackles and too many penalties that Robin Whitfield has had to assert his authority on. But in main, a very attractive game, and certainly a very tense one, as Hampson again is tested, but again beautifully taken and finding space and really motoring down the middle there. Beautiful play from the fullback. Well, Wigan right back on the St Helens 22 as the half-back's link. Goodway, who had a very strong first half with some tremendously powerful runs, has to take that tackle of Roy Haggerty. Hanley changes direction with the dummy, bursting through. He's certainly got the enthusiasm for this game, playing with great energy and determination, the Wigan captain. Edwards with the high kick. Everybody's onside. Hampson's going for the ball. Connolly goes up. The ball hits his head. That's knocked on to the referee. Unlucky for Dennis Betts. Beautifully placed kick from Sean Edwards. Connolly got up well, but misjudged the kick slightly. And Dennis Betts committed the knock-on. Could well be one against the head for Wigan. The scrum has gone complete full circle, says Robin Whitfield. Again, the ball shooting out of the scrum, but St Helens in possession. Sean Edwards showing a tigerish grip there on Shane Cooper, and again Burke strong but not strong enough, and that ball was offloaded. As Andrew Goodway tried to go for the ball. Tony Burke tackled him. But a chance now for Wigan to put in one of their set moves. As Sean Edwards gets a rare chance to feed the scrummage. Beautifully won. Hanley running across. Hampson hits the gap. Hanley kicking through. Connolly got hold of him. That's gone dead. The tap on the 22. As Ellery kicked through, it seemed that Connolly obstructed him, but Robin Whitfield in good position. John Harrison taking a lot of the brunt of the driving close to the ruck for St Helens tonight. But has met some fierce tackling at the same time from Wigan. There's another example from Andrew Goodway. And there's an example of the effect that the rain has had on this pitch. It's rather greasy on top now, and Paul Groves, normally one of the surest handlers in the number 9 brigade, making the mistake. Robin Whitfield always one for entering dangerous situations, but that was won by Nicky Kiss and then kicked back as Connolly tries to sidestep Hampson. What a tackle from the fullback. And again, working hard in defence. And Edwards showing the enthusiasm as well as he steps up a gear in his defence. Now Hegarty trying to burst through. And this time, no way can he offload that ball. Shelford and Burke. Tony Burke driving hard at Adrian Shelford. We're on the run around, but Hanley very quickly in. And Neil Holding almost wishing that that ball hadn't been passed to him. Another Hanley mistake from St Helens. That's going to be a handover on the last tackle. The referee stops the clock, goes across to the touch jug to have a word. The penalty has been awarded, and the indication from Robin Whitfield was that a punch was thrown in the tackle. Hampson finds touch. Wigan in preparation, set up their move. It's going to be midfield for Shelford this time. Shane Cooper hit the big man fairly high. Ian Lucas driving forward. So Wigan have put 2 drives and have gone across from one side of the field to the other. Now will they switch it wide on the other side? The St Helens move up quickly. There's chance of an overlap out there. Goodway hitting the gap. St Helens closed them down, although Wigan had the numbers. A penalty against Paul Groves, not allowing Ellery Hanley to play that ball. Another penalty, and obviously the referee now happy with St Helens, and in fact he's having a word with Roy Haggerty. All that's happened is it has brought the penalty attempt 10 metres closer, and Hampson is going to line up his 4th kick. Intense concentration from the Wigan fullback, Steve Hampson. Kicks the 4th one. It looks good. The crowd say so. Hampson's kicked 4 out of 4. Wigan are in the lead by 8 points to 7. Paul Loughlin Pushing the ball deep, that's going to be a test for Tony Arrow. Well taken ball there, is skidded off his surface. And Tony Arrow almost getting through Paul Forward's tackle. Shelford driving aggressively forward. 35 yards gain there from the two New Zealanders. Now Hanley in the action, trying to get past Hegarty. No way forward. Dean Bell in the action, sidestepping off that left foot. Ian Lucas without scrum cap. And Edwards this time getting on the act and pushing the ball downfield. That's a test. A test which Quirk has failed. An awkward kick for St Helens, a beautiful kick for Wigan from Sean Edwards, and again another chance for Wigan to set up a move from the scrum. The first free kick at the scrummage in the game. The referee not happy with the front row. A chance for St Helens to get away from that pressure point which Wigan had put on them. And certainly so far in this half, we've had just over 10 minutes playing. That's really the first time that St Helens have got into the Wigan half. A chance for them to play some football as they go through their two-drive routine. Cooper calling for the wide ball, and really nothing on there as Forward takes the ball standing still. The Wigan defence moving up on both sides there. That's a penalty. Nicky Kiss apparently pinching the ball in the tackle. So another let off there for St Helens. So there, Paul Loughlin, the St Helens and Great Britain centre. Certainly a powerful figure and well capable of kicking the distance. Fully 45 yards out. He's kicked it high, he's kicked it hard, it's drifted past the left-hand post. Wigan still lead by that 1 point. And their drop out from the 22. Steve Hampson it is who kicks the ball and pushes it flat along this greasy surface, but it bounced nicely for Phil Vevers. Again, Wigan hunting in a pack there as John Harrison feels the force of the tackles. St Helens move it wide and switch to Hegarty on the burst. Goodway spotted it well. Blow with that dummy and a 360 degrees run around, causing a little bit of confusion there in the Wigan defence. But no way forward for Shane Cooper on the last tackle. Paul Forward with the drop kick from 35 yards out, and that really didn't get more than about 4 or 5 inches off the ground. So two drives from close to the play of the ball from two of the back row forwards. Now Adrian Shelford getting in the television. An aggressive tackle there as Darren Ball came in over the top. And Edwards takes the pressure from Steve Hampson and pushes it downfield. This time Quirk takes it successfully. The Quirk's got pace, but he's only going one way, and that's sideways. Wigan moved up in the line there, and there was no way forward for the former Barrow flyer. Harrison taking it close again to that ruck. He's had a hard-working game for St Helens tonight. And Hegarty has always looked dangerous, but hasn't really been able to offload that ball in the tackle as much as he normally does. And that has gone forward. Second row forward turns away, dejected. Sean Edwards thankfully picks the balls up, and it will now be another Wigan feed. Paul Groves tried to take the head away from Nicky Kiss. It's Tony Iro who bursts through the middle. And the quick play the ball as Edwards looks for Dean Bell. So St Helens closing these gaps up very successfully as Goodway again takes it up. And John Harrison feels the full force of the loose forward. Edwards moving up and taking that ball as St Helens moved up very quickly there, anticipating the run around, giving no room to Wigan. Hampson comes in, puts the kick in. What a fine kick. Well, as a replacement kicker for Joe Lydon, Steve Hampson certainly has been successful tonight. 4 successful penalty kicks, and they're an example of a fine kick to touch. The scrum collapses in a heap and the ball's come back Wigan side. So one against the head for Nicky Kiss. And Hanley in space and Hanley dummy. And Hanley's going. Is he over? Yes, there's Robbie Whitfield. The power of the number 6 and Wigan captain. It was that hook against the head by Nicky Kiss. Edwards got that ball out quickly. Hanley sensing that line so close and withstanding that kneel-holding tackle and showing the power that makes this man one of the game's greatest players. So Steve Hampson with the simplest kick that he's had all night. Wigan leading by 5 points at the moment. And that one's over. 14 points to 7 for Wigan. Well, that was knocked forward by Ian Potter. You can see the rain pouring down here at Central Park. The surface gradually getting worse as the 2 packs of forwards sandwich Robin Whitfield almost there. A well-won ball for St Helens as they move it wide and they put their set move in motion, but no way forward for Neil Holding from that run around. Hegarty running into Dennis Betts. Dennis making 2 tackles on the run there. Corber offloading to Paul Groves, supporting well. But this St Helens side are never to be underrated. And with just over 20 minutes left for play, they certainly can produce some sparkling rugby and break the keenest of defences. As Bloor tries to set them in motion, that long ball, as Preston looks in trouble on that left wing. Still keeping it alive. Preston recovers. The ball is knocked forward and it's picked up by Wigan on that far side. Andrew Goodway bouncing down on the ball. Steve Hampson gets up quickly Andrew Goodway takes the ball himself. So effective, close to the play of the ball is this powerful loose forward. Shelford drives it forward. Wigan playing perhaps a slightly tighter game in this second half. And that's certainly paying off at the moment, as Edwards again gets in there and again puts the kick in. Finding the gap between Gary Connolly and Les Quirk. Connolly recovers safely. But meets the full effects there of Gerard Byrne and Dennis Betts, who move quickly. Well, we've seen little action of Les Quirk on this left wing, except in a few rare glimpses close to the play of the ball. No running chances for him. We've seen plenty of this man, John Harrison. He's had a strong, aggressive game, but has hardly broken through a tackle. Edwards cutting out the wide pass, but Haggerty taking the inside one. But the shuffle and the sidestep did nothing for Steve Hampson. He went straight into him. A great tackle from the fullback on the last tackle. Mark Preston back in position, picking up safely from Cooper's kick through. Ellery Hanley dummies and drifts across and straightens up and makes a valuable 10-15 yards there for Wigan. So Shane Cooper revelling in this loose forward role that he's been put into by coach Alex Murphy. Really working hard in defence. Lucas taking it up tight, meeting Tony Burke. Good tackle from the St Helens number 8 forward. Now on the last one, Sean Edwards kicking from the base of the play the ball. Connolly tested to the full as the Wigan defensive line moves up. There's certainly one fine aspect of Wigan's play is when that ball is going downfield and there's very little scope for the opposition to make any ground. The defensive alignment of the players as they move forward, very good indeed, good understanding. Well organised. That famous blow dummy again, but he managed to offload to Cooper. The inside ball to Haggerty, who broke through last time and breaks through again. The former centre, of course, has got good pace for a second row forward. But the St Helens momentum ceased now as Holding sees the gap. Dennis Betts gets across, but just fails to get on. Vivers links. Only a great cover tackle from Jed Byrne prevented a try then. Again, Holding switching that ball wide. There's an overlap on this side. Loughlin has kicked through, but that's gone, I think, far too far. It has indeed. The ball has gone dead. Substitution there. It's going to be Neil Holding coming off, who's just made that fine break, and John Fieldhouse is going to come on the field. So I think that Mr. Murphy will probably put Shane Cooper to number 6. There, John Fieldhouse, the Wigan-born player, and the referee just having a consultation with his touch judges. Shelford makes the forward drive. Edwards, chip over the top, Hand is in space. It bounces well to the captain. The dummy, but Connolly brings off a fine tackle. Great play from the two halfbacks. Edwards trying to find space. Goodway's there, linking with Gerard Byrne. Byrne dummies. And links, but an interception on that right-hand side. Almost a try for Wigan there. Byrne just unable to get that ball to Mark Preston. And Vivas, it seemed, stretching out a hand to pluck it from nowhere. So St Helens on the rack inside their own 22-metre area. Again, that beautiful piece of play between the two halfbacks. But here's the first taste of the ball for John Fieldhouse. Bloor with the kick. Mark Preston already back in position with Steve Hampson. Preston looks at that defensive line and kicks over the top. And he's certainly got pace. And Edwards in position. The referee's whistle has gone. We'll have to come back 30 yards. It was Sean Edwards who was in front of Mark Preston when he kicked that ball. That is offside, and that's a penalty to St Helens. Paul Groves sets Tony Burke in action, perhaps not running as quickly as he was in that first half. We've just got 15 minutes left for play. There's John Harrison. He takes it very close to the ruck, and he's kept those big legs going. Perhaps the greatest amount of yardage he's made all night. And St Helens in a good position now as they work the move. With Fieldhouse coming outside Hanley and offloading beautifully there. Burke finds Tony Arrow, an impenetrable barrier. The run around with Loughlin, but Loughlin, who we've seen little of in this game in attack, unable to get those big legs going. Again, Borber coming on the switch, running cross field. Wigan defence up well though. And Dean Bell in that new numberless jersey makes the tackle. Again, Bloor distributing wide. Hegarty keeping those legs driving in the tackle. But that is the last one. And that's a handover. Ray Hegarty has to relinquish possession. Ellery Hanley it is who played the ball with the help of Ray Hegarty. So the play swung from inside St Helens 22 to inside Wigan's 22. There's one man who almost broke through, Tony Iro. A real test for St Helens defence is Tony when he takes that ball. Up too quickly, John Fieldhouse offside. Robin Whitfield's been very keen on that all night. And there have been several penalties for infringement of that 5-metre rule. So the kicker of the night, Steve Hampson, puts another fine kick into touch, getting plenty of height on those high lofted punts to the touchline. Wigan now inside the St Helens half. As the switch in play comes to Andy Goodway, who runs across. There we can see number 15, Andy Platt, of course the former St Helens player, just stretching and limbering up, looks as if he may well be substituted onto the field. Edwards dummying and almost getting over. Now the last tackle. Steve Hampson back in position and trying a long-range drop goal. Is that one over as well? Just missed that right-hand post. His first failure of the night, the drop goal attempt. 5 successful 2-pointers, and that one just missing that right-hand post. Ellery Hanley making sure that Alan Hunt wasn't going anywhere except underground with that tackle, and Adrian Shelford with Ellery making sure John Harrison does the same. Knock on, says the referee. John Harrison obviously felt the effects of that tackle. And the scrummage goes down again, with Edwards feeding another well-run ball, but Darren Bloor getting round very quickly. And a good way picking it up and driving it away close to the play the ball once more. So effective tonight. Wigan moving it wide, just outside the 22, and Shelford hitting it 3 out there from the halfbacks. Now the option of going either way. It's Hanley who switches it to the right-hand side. But no real momentum there as St Helens recover well. So Nicky Kiss looking for the first receiver and linking with Sean Edwards. Edwards had set the kick in motion, but that's not perhaps good enough. Preston coming in over the top, but Connolly recovers and keeps possession for St Helens. The ball has been lost. Nicky Kiss slings it away to Goodway. Goodway drifting across, putting Hanley in the gap. A long ball to Tony. Aaron will score. What a try for Wigan. No, says the referee. We have to come back and look midfield. Robin Whitfield is there. That was a forward pass, says he. The pass from Ellery Hanley to Tony Iro was forward. And Wigan still leading by that 7 points, but that really would probably have set the game beyond all doubt. Shane Cooper has gone out to 6 and offloads Connolly there, but good cover from Hanley. So the Wigan defensive machine put into motion once again. St Helens will have to pull out something really special if they're going to pinch this game tonight. That man Harrison has driven straight all night, but really nothing much coming from him other than good effort. As Cooper links and tries to put Fieldhouse in the clear, but a great tackle there from Ellery Hanley. And good cover also from Dennis Betts and Tony Iro. No way forward for St Helens. Helens trying to stretch this time with the kick. And that has bounced into touch. Darren Bloor pushing his side forward into the Wigan half. Edwards waiting for the scrum to be in the right position according to Mr. Whitfield. That's a free kick at the scrum. Obviously not to the liking of Robin Whitfield. He said that they weren't getting in properly, St Helens, or he was asking them to stand away. So Wigan have now the option. We've just heard the result from Castleford, that Widnes have beaten Castleford by 24 points to 22. That means that this game must be won by Wigan if they've any chance of the championship. They're in the lead at the moment. They're in prime position. They've got 7 minutes left for play. And if this game is won tonight by Wigan, then that final game on Sunday will be the championship decider. The Wigan players may well know that at the moment, but St Helens are certainly not finished yet, and neither has Ellery Hanley. Iro comes inside. That pass wasn't forward. Wigan trying all they know to get over that line again, and Hanley again dummying, and this time kicking. The ball is into touch. The scrum will be just 5 metres from the line. The ball's been won at the scrum. St Helens move it wide. Connolly in position, but he's lost it. A little bit of inexperience there. Wigan have won back possession. The crowd of over 21,000 getting behind their team now. Edwards sets Potter in motion. Potter driving aggressively towards the line. Cooper wrestling with Ian Potter, not allowing him to play the ball. Nicky Kiss has to pick it up and recover and still drive forward. Just 3 metres short of the line. Wigan in a great position. Lucas fills in an acting halfback. Goodway takes it on the burst. Hanley's there. The ball's gone dead. That's a penalty. The referee very quickly on the spot, awarding the penalty to St Helens as Hanley pushed that ball forward. Andrew Goodway was in front of him. Another let-off for St Helens, but with just over 5 minutes left for play. St Helens need at least 2 scores to pinch this game from Wigan, and another score from Wigan would surely put the issue beyond all doubt. John Harrison driving forward. There, a shot of the real action as Dean Bell gets involved with the big men. St Helens move it wide, but no way forward for Hegarty. Borber running across field, trying to bounce off, and does so successfully. Links well, Dennis Betts almost picks it up, but that's been knocked forward. So another time-consuming scrum. Shane Cooper at 6, trying to link with Connolly. Connolly sends a long ball out, trying to put the paceman Quirk into space. But good cover again from Dean Bell. St Helens crawling their way towards the Wigan half. Paul Groves, the instigator of that try in the semi-final. No way forward that time. So Cooper running out of men, it seems. There's 4 over there, but they're equally matched by Wigan. Darren Bloor, great ball outside there to Roy Hoggerty, but he's lost it, and Hanley's picked it up. Wigan have possession, that's the important thing. Tony Arrow again linking and hitting that gap and forcing his way through. Fine game he's had tonight, but perhaps the finest accolade gone to Steve Hampson, the man of the match award for tonight. He's kicked superbly, he's defended superbly. There, a great ball from Andy Goodway as Dennis Betts hits the gap. Hanley keeping possession, sensibly holding that ball. He knows the time is ticking away, and he knows that we're going to lead him by 7 points. Nicky Kiss playing it tight, keeping it close, keeping the legs going and linking with Edwards. That ball's gone down. Play on, says the referee. It's in St Helens' possession now. As big John Harrison got down on that ball. Cooper tries to make some yardage close to the play of the ball. Tony Burke hits it forward. The conditions gradually getting worse. But St Helens, as ever, capable of producing that bit of magic. And here's one man who's had a fine game tonight for them, Shane Cooper. We're not able to get people in motion then. That ball's gone loose as Connolly tried to link. And Wigan have recovered in defence. On the last tackle, Cooper kicks. Dean Bell covers across. Steve Hampson links from the back at pace. Tries to push off Quirk, but slides all the way into touch. The referee has awarded the penalty. Steve Hampson laughing all over his face. He knows that he was tackled short and was then pulled in. But the man of the match, the kicker of 5 goals, will take the kick himself. We're now in the last minute of proper time. Nicky Kiss takes the ball forward. Sean Edwards wide out is calling the tune, saying take the drive in. Lucas drives it forward. With only 30 seconds left, there'll be no risky play from Wigan. 3 straight drives. The forwards will keep this up their jumper and keep it tight as we almost come to injury time. So just 15 yards short of that St Helens line. Goodway dummies and goes again, making the yardage. Now 5 drives we've had from Wigan. The call is out. The kick will be on. And there, on that side it goes. But that's 6 straight drives from Wigan. But they know also that time is up. 80 minutes are up. We're playing any extra time added on by the timekeepers at Robin Whitfield's discretion. Tight for St Helens. They must keep the ball alive. They have got to try and score from inside their own 22 and then score again. Little hope for them now. This penultimate league game of the season looks like going Wigan's way. It looks like being their 16th game on the run that they've won. It is indeed. The hooter has gone. Wigan have won this cup final rehearsal by 14 points to 7 and set up the famous championship decider as the players shake hands, as Steve Hampson, the man of the match, shake hands with everybody on the opposition. The game on Sunday against Widnes will be the match which decides the championship, the last game of the season, to decide who will be Rugby League champions 1989. The Wigan team know it's within their grasp. They know that the support that they've got here tonight, the crowd that has gathered here on this wet Wednesday evening, they lend their vocal support to this great side, and the team react accordingly in appreciation. What a marvellous side as Ellery Hanley leads his team round. It's almost like a cup victory parade. Adrian Shelford taking over the lead, and Wigan will go happy to the dressing room. After another exciting Wigan victory, the 16th on the run, and that really setting the seal on the championship for this final game against Widnes. And with me after the game I've got Steve Hampson, the man of the match today, and certainly a man of the match in a team of great performers. It certainly was a team effort today, Steve, and you played your full part. You kicked 5 goals, and that must be a rare thing for you, is it?
Yeah, it's very rare. It was the last time I actually kicked 5 goals was in '84 when we played Fulham. In fact, I kicked 6, and that was when I was under Alex Murphy, like. So I've got a bit of revenge this time. I kicked against him.
So Joe Lydon, when he comes back, he's under a bit of pressure for kicking?
Oh, definitely not. No, Joe can have the job. I only knew about an hour before that I was actually kicking. Graham Lowe come up and asked me, and believe it or not, I had a bit more pressure on because it was a year ago today that I actually broke my arm against Salford. So I was a bit worried about that, but I had Ellery Hanley and Sean Edwards talking to me all the time, especially when I was kicking for goal. Ellery would come up and just tell me to relax and enjoy myself, and which I did.
And you enjoyed yourself and the team enjoyed themselves. It set up a tremendous finale for the championship. But to talk first of all about the game itself, I mean, St Helens played very well indeed, but the team, Wigan team, really played magnificently, didn't they?
Yeah, the team played extremely well, especially the forwards. I mean, they never stopped all day. Adrian Shelford, Andy Goodway and Ian Potter. I mean, they worked tremendously. All the forwards actually worked tremendously. And the backs did their jobs later on. And
of course, Ellery back at number 6 and getting that vital try, a hook against the head from Nicky Kiss, and then of course the strength and power of your captain.
Well, it's typical Ellery Hanley try that. I just don't really do it. I was stood behind, well, I was watching from behind, and how he got over, I'll never know. He took about 3 or 4 men with him, and it's Ellery all over that with the sheer power, like.
Well, you've got only 3 days rest basically, and then on the Sunday you're playing against Widnes, and that obviously is the most important game of the season as far as the league's concerned. They've just scraped through tonight by 2 points. The mood obviously is very good, is it, in the changing room as far as Sunday's game's concerned?
Yes, tonight's game's been a tremendous boost. The lads are actually bubbling now. They're just looking forward to Sunday. In fact, we've got the next 3 weeks, we've got 3 cup games, which is the Widnes, the Premiership playoffs, and then Wembley. So we've got an hard 3 weeks, but we're really looking forward to it.
And as far as injuries concerned, you're injury-free, Steve?
Well, I've passed me mark now. I'm going for my record. It was 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 days, and now I've actually gone past it. So hopefully I can get there this year.
Well, thanks very much, Steve Hampson. I'm sure you'll join with me in wishing him all the best towards his quest towards this place in the Wigan side at Wembley on April the 29th. But as we all know now, the win tonight against St Helens has meant that next Sunday's game against Widnes is the game that's going to decide the championship. We'll be at Norton Park to bring you that game, so look forward to seeing you there.